So many as are in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. In the opinion of the chair, 2/3 being in the affirmative, the rules are suspended, the bill is passed, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
Developing tonight, TikTok, the incredibly popular video sharing platform, takes a blow from the U.S. House of Representatives.
Yeah, a broad bipartisan group of lawmakers voted today to ban TikTok here in the U.S. The vote rocked the 170 million users who use TikTok here in the U.S., a lot of them urging lawmakers to reconsider, but Congress fears TikTok is a security threat because it's owned by a Chinese company.
Omar Lewis has been monitoring the developments. He joins us live from the news center. Omar.
Yeah, Micah and Sandra, the bill overwhelmingly passed in the House by a vote of 352 to 65. It now heads to the Senate, where its future is unclear. Meanwhile, TikTok supporters, they're calling the bill a violation of free speech as they fight against the potential ban. The news spread like wildfire across TikTok on Wednesday.
Now we should get concerned.
The bill needed 2/3 majority, which obviously you can see it got.
Just make them know that you do not support this TikTok ban.
As lawmakers in the House of Representatives overwhelmingly voted to approve a bill that could lead to a nationwide ban of the social media app used by 170 million Americans if its China-based owner, ByteDance Ltd., doesn't sell its stake.
Our intention is for TikTok to continue to operate, but not under the control of the Chinese Communist Party.
Their concern is that the company's current ownership structure is a national security threat, with the Chinese government able to gain access to the data of American TikTok users anytime it wants.
We must protect our national security and help keep America's private data out of the hands of our foreign adversaries. I urge support of this bill.
ByteDance has long denied that it could be used as a tool of the Chinese government and says it's never shared U.S. user data with Chinese authorities. TikTok recently sent out a notification urging users to contact their lawmakers and speak out against the potential ban. They even gave them the number to dial as the hashtag #KeepTikTok took off on the platform. Some lawmakers received so many calls they had to turn off their phone. TikTok supporters say the bill is a violation of free speech.
Biden, don't take away the app. Let us keep our silly little TikToks where we can make friends, where we can laugh, and maybe where we can get some voters out to actually vote for you.
And I think it'll die in the Senate.
The Senate would also have to pass the measure for it to become law. Lawmakers in that chamber indicate that it would undergo a thorough review.
I would look at the Constitution. What is the role of the government here? This is not our job to do this. And I think there should be a broader conversation about the role of tech and consumer data, but it's got to be applied across the board here to every tech.
If approved, the bill would give ByteDance about 5 months to sell TikTok. Otherwise, it becomes illegal for app stores like Apple and Google to make it available for download. Meanwhile, President Biden says if Congress passes the measure, he will sign it. That's the latest here live in the newsroom. I'm Omar Lewis. Sandra, Micah, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Omar, thank you.
My age is 141 years old now.
You are 141 years old?
Right.
Shalom, shalom. Call halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High. Name of His only begotten Son. Name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. My name is Ibar from the Prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. And real quick, I want to go into this whole thing with the TikTok ban. Okay, the House banned TikTok. All right, which now has to go through the Senate. And if the Senate approves it, then it can become a law where this app, video app TikTok, will be no more. Okay, it says breaking bill that could ban TikTok in the U.S. gains momentum in Congress. It says stop the TikTok shutdown. And this is what's on what they're showing on TikTok. It says stop a TikTok shutdown. Congress has planned to a total ban of TikTok. Speak up now before your government stripes 170 million Americans of their constitutional right to free expression. And I'm going to finish. It says this will damage millions of businesses, destroy the livelihoods of countless, creators across the country and deny artists an audience. Let Congress know what TikTok is doing to you and tell them doing for I'm not sure that says blocked, and tell them to vote no. All right. So this is a message from TikTok. All right, because you know there's a lot of truth on TikTok. Okay, to say the least. A lot of people go on there and post. Also, it's not controlled by America; it's controlled by China. So the guidelines, though it does have guidelines, it's they don't align with America's guidelines. They don't push America's propaganda. Okay, and that's the problem. All right, a lot of people go on TikTok to, in fact, expose America. You know, a lot of Americans are exposing America, you know, on TikTok, and you know, these other countries are getting this information. You know, like in North Korea, you know, if you go to North Korea, you know, there's no communication with the outside world, really, man. I believe, you know, their internet is like all internal, you know, and you can't bring certain things in from, you know, like, you know, people go there and they get locked up. If not, you know, the firing squad for bringing particular, you know, movies and stuff in there that's not supposed to be in there. All right. So let's grab a few scriptures, because this means that they're going to shut down more apps. They're going to bring more, you know, censorships and restrictions. All right, which could even lead down to YouTube, man. Which we believe it will. You know, because we're coming at a time called the famine of hearing the words of the Most High. Okay, you're not going to be able to freely hear these words as you do now. Okay, so easily and readily available unto you on your internet, because they're going to censor the internet, you know, and ultimately change the internet. Okay, so let's grab a few scriptures touching on this. It says Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 5 verse 7. It says, make no tarrying, meaning delaying, to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. You heard His word, you know, you know you're a Hebrew Israelite, and all of people, everybody done heard this word by now, man. So if you playing stupid, it's because you want to play stupid, and because of that, you know, you have misused this word. All right, and now you're going to be, you know, stripped of hearing this word. Okay, most of you don't like it. You know you don't want to hear it. You know, most of these Americans, and 170 million, that's, you know, more than a third of America. Okay, so most of these people don't like hearing this truth. So now you're gonna be stripped from it. All right. It says, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Right, and that's what's coming. Okay, the wrath of the Lord is coming forth, man, and they don't want this. If you know, no videos going out to the rest of the world about it. All right, America's about to turn to a damn death camp. All right, quite frankly, and with that, a lot of people are going to be, you know, persecuted and hunted down. All right, and they don't want you TikToking the whole damn time. That it ain't happening. But this is just an excuse for them to shut down more, you know, platforms. I saw a post where it said that this means they can shut down more platforms, man. All right, you got people sharing videos of the men of the Lord on these platforms. You know, the truth is going out on these platforms. All right, Esau does not like that. All right, so let's go here. Lock here. Matthew chapter 24, verse I'll get right to the point, verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. All right, so this gospel of the kingdom, you know, this truth is being preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. All right, and now that this word has went out, now the end is coming. There's no need for the internet anymore and TikTok anymore, because the word has went out. This internet was really made for the word to go out, man. Not for booty shaking videos and dance videos, guys shaking their hips on TikTok, you know. And a lot of people actually, as it says here, speak up now before your government strips a lot of It says this will damage millions of businesses, destroy the livelihoods of countless. Okay, so it's going to destroy livelihoods. You got a guy, Soldier Boy, say he made what 30,000 off of TikTok in one day. All right, so they're about to shut a lot of people out. You know, you got people that have their businesses on TikTok. All right, and they're doing pretty damn good, but they're about to get rid of all that. All right, so let's grab a few scriptures. Starting off with Amos chapter 8, verse 11. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, YAHAWASHI, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh." So you're not going to be able to hear these words so freely, like I told you. You know, hey, we coming into a time of, total shutdown. If you see those dystopian movies, those post-apocalyptic / dystopian movies, they always showing you how I'm gonna say dystopian. They always showing you how there is no more freedom of speech, so-called. Okay, that's why it says strips 170 million Americans of their constitutional right to free expression. All right, so they're getting rid of that. It says, "And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east they shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it." And you think people gonna be really, wandering from sea to sea, and from one side of America to the other side? No, I mean, you have people that's taking planes. They get this truth. You got brothers that's traveling to spread the gospel. These people, for the most part, though, are not traveling state to state to hear this word, physically. But how do they do it? On the internet. You can hear this word go out on the internet, from one side of America to the other side of America, on one side of the world to the other side of the world. All right, and people are going to be looking all over the internet for these videos that's been going out. Okay, on the unicorn. So when that time comes where, this hell does break loose, and they shut this place down, you people that's played with this word, you're not going to be able to find this word. It says, "In that day shall the fair virgins and the young men faint for thirst." A fair virgin is a young, beautiful woman of marriageable age, not necessarily a virgin. It says, "in the young men." So, the youth, you Jakes that's walking up and down here, pass by the prophets, you laugh and you make them, talking shit. You're going to faint for thirst, man. You're going to wish that you had got this word. All right? You're going to wish, So, let me go here, see what we have here. It says 2nd Ezra chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the day shall come, and they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great number." A lot of people are about to be destroyed, and they don't want you to know this. So they're going to shut down any form or way of you finding this out, okay, of this being talked about anymore. They about to come out with this charagma, and they don't need you on TikTok telling millions of people, just from one video, hundreds of millions of people from one video that this is the MOTB. You see, are telling you not to take it. They want everybody to comply. So with that, they, this devil gonna, get diabolical and shut everything down. All right. It says, "But iniquity shall be increased above that which thou now seest, or that thou hast heard long ago, and the land that thou now that thou seest now to have root, thou shalt see wasted suddenly." I should have brought this whole thing out of my last video, but it's all to the spirits, all right? That's why I'm bringing it out in this video. It says, "But if the Most High grant thee to live, if the Lord grant you to live," it says, "thou shalt see after the third trumpet that the sun shall suddenly shine again in the night, and the moon thrice in the day." And that's right, man. It's going to be YAHAWASHI that grants you or allows you to live. And if he doesn't see fit for you to live, you're not going to live. All right? You're going to be up out of there. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 22, verse 19. It says, "But be not thou far from me, O Yahawah, O my strength. Haste thee to help me. Deliver my soul from the sword," which is what Esau, and the wicked. It says, "My darling, from the power of the dog. Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorn." And that's the internet word going out. Where it says, "I will declare thy name unto my brethren. In the midst of the congregation, I will praise thee." And that's what we do. It says, "Ye that fear Yahweh, praise him, all ye the seed of Jacob. Glorify him and fear him, all ye seed of Israel." You see? So you got to come back to Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI. This is the time to come back to Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI, to repent, And this right here, I'm going to grab this too before I forget. Because Esau, he's going to bring out more of these unrighteous decrees. Okay, which means like a rule or a law that's passed. It's unright. It says Isaiah chapter 10 verse 1, "Woe," which means destruction, "unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed." Right, so that's what Esau doing. All right, he's prescribed these things, writing things into law, to take away your rights, take away, your ability to function in a society, and it's going to increase. He's going to write more grievous. He's going to be prescribing more unrighteous decrees. It says to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. Right? It says, "And what will ye do in the day of visitation and in desolation, which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help? And where will ye leave your glory?" Right? So that's the time we're coming into, man. It's about to be complete desolation out here. All right? The Lord and the Lord is about to make his visitation. What are you going to do? Okay? What are you going to do, man? What else did I have? Salakia. Here we go. This is Luke chapter 18, verse 8. It says, "I tell you that he will avenge." Let me go up. If Esau's about to come down and wrath, and I'm going to close out. It's like I want to make this too long. So many scriptures going through my mind. But, just get to the point and keep it pushing. It says, Luke chapter 18, verse 6. It says, "And the Lord said, Hear what the unjust judge saith. And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear along with them?" Right, and that's us. We're crying unto the Lord, sighing and crying. Okay, day and night. The Lord said he shall avenge his own elect. Because after these things go down, we know that Esau is going to come for us. Okay, but the Lord is going to avenge us. It says, "I tell you that he will avenge them speedily." So you may seem like, okay, this devil, he got him in the Lord, the Lord gonna avenge his man speedily. It says, "Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on earth?" So the Lord is going to come back and avenge us. But, a lot of people are going to lose faith before that time comes, before the Lord comes back. You may lose faith right, 5-10 minutes before the Lord crack the sky and end up taking that Koragma, man. All right, that's why Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI is greatly to be feared. Okay, seek Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI now. You might, fear and have faith up until an hour, because we're coming into the hour of temptation. Imagine you give it up all, throw away your crown for an hour before, the Lord come back. I'm reading the NLT. It says, Luke chapter 18, verse 6. "Then the Lord said, Learn a lesson from the unjust judge. Even he rendereth a just decision in the end." It's like even he rendereth a just decision in the end. Don't you think the Most High will surely give justice to his chosen people who cry out to him day and night? He will keep putting or it's like, will he keep putting them off? Question mark. So you think the Lord gonna keep putting off his elect, his chosen people, the children of Israel? You see that's calling unto him day and night, begging the Lord to come back. You think he gonna keep on putting us off? I tell you, he will grant justice to them quickly. But when the Son of Man returns, how many will he find on the earth who have faith? Question mark. Right? Because a lot of people are going to lose faith, man. All right. So he says, I tell you, nay, I tell you. But when the Son of Man returns, how many will he find on the earth who have faith? You see, a lot of people are going to lose faith, man. Okay, because you ain't going to be able to hear these words so freely. A lot of people are not really girded. You know, you really just looking, for somebody to hold your hand. You want to hold somebody else's shirt fringes or whatever into the kingdom of heaven, and you're going to find out that Esau's about to shut this place down, and you're going to have to solely depend upon YAHAWASHI. We got one more before I go. I'm gonna close it out. It says, this is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 20, and it shall come to pass that in that day, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, and such as are escaped from, matter of fact, I gotta grab this in NLT, Salakia. I don't think I've ever read it in NLT, so let me go ahead and grab it, see what it say, and we'll go from there. Then we'll close out Salakia. What time we at? I can't even tell. It's all right. It's all good. It's all through the Spirit. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 10, verse 20. All right. Spirit, the Spirit like that, the Spirit to take over, man. You forget what time it is. Call YAHAWASHI. All right. The water YAHAWASHI. Isaiah chapter 10, verse, I'll read it in KJV, then in NLT. Verse 20, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, because only a remnant is going to be saved, not all our people. Majority of you so-called Negro, Hispanics, Native Indians in America are going to be destroyed here. And such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon Yahawah, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. Right. So the Lord is going to because you ain't gonna be able to depend upon the system no more, man. You have to trust in YAHAWASHI. It says the remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power, and that's what's happening now. A remnant is returning, but the majority of our people, they're lost, confused, and love it. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decreed shall overflow with righteousness, right? So, and that's still gonna be a lot of Jakes. So, but only a remnant. For the Lord Yahweh of hosts shall make the consumption even determined in the midst of all the land. Let me go here real quick and read this in NLT. But yeah, this is going to be something that the whole world witnesses, man. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 20 in NLT. And in that day, the remnant left in Israel. In that day, the remnant left in Israel, the survivors in the house of Jacob will no longer depend on allies who seek to destroy them, right? We're not going to depend on you devils that seek to destroy us anyways, but will faithfully trust Yahawah, the Holy One of Israel. And that's the whole point. That's what the Lord is building us up for. Prior to coming into this truth, I had a dream of this day, which appears to me, now that I know in the scriptures, before I even knew about the truth, but that I know now in the scriptures is Jacob's trouble. I remember the Lord was, guiding me, in darkness, and there was people getting pulled out of their houses, and, because it was nighttime. There was people getting pulled out of their houses, and they was getting, killed in their front yards. And the Lord was guiding me through, particular neighborhoods, to go help people. He was leading me, directing me. And I remember, hearing the voice in my head. I was just hearing this voice as clear as day, and it was telling me, go this way, go that way, go this way. And before the voice could even finish what it was saying, I was already turning and going that way. All right, and that's what I believe is going to happen. The Lord is going to guide us in that day. I've heard the voice before when I prayed to YAHAWASHI prior to coming into this truth, and the Lord told me that the way that He is portrayed on the earth is not true. So there is a true God, all right, and you got to pray unto Him. He says, "Knock and He shall open up unto you." All right, but yeah, in that dream, man, it was like anytime the Lord said go one way, I was going. I completely trusted in YAHAWASHI. I didn't second guess. It don't matter if it was fire and brimstone, down, on this particular path. I went, and the Lord always kept me comforted, knowing that He was going to deliver me. And He did. And that dream had spiritual power. But I don't go into it. I've went into it before. But you get the picture. All right. The Lord is about to do something for us. So, this ain't a thing of fear. This is a thing of faith. All right. It says, in that day, the remnant left in Israel, the survivors of the house of Jacob after Jacob's trouble, and all hell break loose, and all this, death and destruction comes. The survivors will no longer depend on the allies who seek to destroy them. And in America, we ain't gonna be trusting in America no more, expecting America to feed us. And how much you think, the things that we have been getting from our allies that seek to destroy us have been good for us? No, it's been bad for us. So now we're going to completely trust in YAHAWASHI. He's going to give us everything that's good for us. It says, the Holy One of Israel, the remnant will return. Yes, the remnant of Jacob will return to the mighty power. But though the people of Israel be as numerous as the sand of the seashores, only a remnant of them will return. The Lord has rightly decided to destroy His people, right? So majority of our people are going to die, but only a remnant will return. All right? Only a remnant is going to get it. Yes, the Lord, Yahweh of hosts, of heaven's armies, has already decided to destroy the entire land. So this is what Lord, Yahweh of heaven's armies says, O my people in Zion, do not be afraid of the Assyrians when they oppress you with rod and club, as the Egyptians did long ago. They about to come down with wrath upon Jake. They're going to start beating Jake ass and shit, with rod and club. It says, in a little while my anger against you will end, and then my anger will rise up to destroy them. Call YAHAWASHI. The Lord, Yahweh of heaven's armies, will lash them with the whip, as He did when Gideon triumphed over the Midianites, the Midianites at the rock of Oreb, or when the Lord's staff was raised to drown the Egyptian army in the sea. So this is how the Lord going to deliver us. Okay, He mentioned, how the Egyptians drowned, the Egyptian army drowned in the sea. So Esau, he going to try to come against us like a flood, and the Lord is going to intervene in some miraculous way. It says, in that day the Lord will end the bondage of His people. He will break the yoke of slavery and lift it from their shoulders, and that's what's happening. All right, Scripture says, have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? And now Esau is going to make us out to be the enemy. Scripture says he maketh a man an offender for a word. So because we brought His word out, Esau is going to come down with great wrath, man. He's going to seek to destroy us, but the Lord is going to intervene. Trust in YAHAWASHI, trust the process. Prophecies be fulfilled every day. Shalom, Kwame Sharala, a Bible ball. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom.